everyone, so in this video I'm going to give you 5 ways that you can invest $10,000, and all of these ways can give you a really good return on investment for your money. I think that sometimes knowing where to invest your money can often be one of the hardest parts when it does come to investing, because there are so many options to choose from and you might feel like there's a little bit of analysis paralysis going on when you're researching so many different options to invest in, but you're just stuck and you're not quite sure which one you want to invest in. So I hope that this video can give you some ideas on ways that you can invest your money and the different pros and cons of each of these investments, so you can have a bit more of an idea on what you'd like to invest in. So the first way that you can invest $10,000 is investing in something called an ETF. An ETF is a basket of usually 100 to 200 of the top businesses in an index, for example the ASX or the Nasdaq. And an ETF can be bought and sold on the stock exchange like a stock. ETFs can be a great and cost-effective way to diversify your investments into the top companies. And ETFs generally outperformed hedge fund managers who are picking individual stocks. And even Warren Buffett himself is a strong advocate for ETFs. And while no investment is safe, they all do have risk. ETFs are generally a safer option when you compare it to something like individual stock picking. And the great thing about ETFs is it's all about time in the market rather than timing the market. 3 of the biggest ETF providers in Australia include BetaShares, Vanguard and iShares. And the difference in all of these ETF providers is generally in the products that they offer, because each of these providers has multiple ETFs that you can choose from. And it all depends on what you'd like to invest in. For example, are you just interested in buying Australian ETFs, or would you like global companies? You can also invest in ETFs for ethical businesses and tech businesses as well. The main concept of an ETF is to buy it and hold it for many, many years. So then you can really start to take advantage of compound interest. And I'm going to quote Justin here. Compound interest is like a snowball. So you take the snowball up to the top of a hill, and when you roll that snowball down the hill, it starts to collect a little bit of snow, and by the end of the hill you'll have a big snowball. And that's basically how compound interest works. It might seem pretty tiny at the beginning when you are just getting started, but with regular investments over time, that small investment can turn into a big snowball, which is a big snowball of money. The average return of ETFs is generally about 5 to 10% per year. And it also differs depending on which ETF you pick. And when you compare that interest rate of from 5 to 10% to a high interest savings account, which is generally at best 2%, you're getting a way bigger return on investment. And you'll probably end up having a lot more money by just leaving it alone, letting it do its magic for 30 years. Some ETFs that I personally like, and you can do your research on, are ETHI, NDQ, VTS, VAS, and A200. I've put some links down in the description below so you can check them out. And by the way, if you're enjoying this video so far, make sure you give this video a like and make sure you smash the button, turn it blue so we can continue with the video. It goes a really long way to supporting my channel, and it's completely free, so I would really appreciate it. So the second way that you can invest $10,000 is by investing in yourself through books and courses. And here $10,000 can go a really, really long way. And you probably don't need to spend $10,000 upskilling yourself. Some websites that you can check out to do courses on include Udemy and Teachable. They have a range of different courses and you can learn to do pretty much anything online for a really, really good price. Most of their courses are under $100. So if there's a new skill that you're looking to pick up or something that you'd like to learn, I'm sure you can find a course available on either of these websites. Some of the best things that I've ever learned have been through courses and books. So investing in things like personal finance books, investing books, and any books that you're just generally interested in can be a really good return on investment. And you can check out the link down in my description below for some of my favorite books. And I believe that investing in yourself can give you a really good return on investment because it can give you new skills which can help you get a pay rise at work and also teach you skills to make you more money in the future, whether that be through investing, passive income, or pretty much anything. So it is really important to keep on upskilling yourself and trying to get better. And by the way, if you're enjoying this video so far and you know a friend who will find these videos helpful, I would really appreciate it if you could tap the link there and send it over to a friend. It would really help me out and help me reach a wider audience. So the third way that you can invest $10,000 is in a robot advisor, like StockSpot. StockSpot was my first investment, and I think that it can be a really great investment, especially when you're just getting started with investing and you don't really want to spend hours and hours of time researching different ETFs and different options that you can invest in. And the great thing about a robot advisor is it can automatically diversify your investments into a range of different ETFs and things like gold and bonds without you actually having to do the work and buying into those individual ETFs, gold or bonds. And you also don't have to do too much research into it or try to time the market. All I did was transfer money each month into my StockSpot account, and StockSpot would automatically invest my money for me. So StockSpot and other robot advisors I think can be a really great option if you're just a beginner and you don't want to spend a lot of time researching different stockbrokers that you can go with. And I've put a link down in the description below so you can learn more about it. So the fourth way that you can invest $10,000 is by investing in a side hustle. And you'd be surprised with just how far a $10,000 investment in a side hustle can go. I used to work at this company called Pedestrian TV, which has millions of Australian readers. And the founders started this business by investing in a video camera and using that video camera to shoot videos for their clients. And over the course of 15 years, they've scaled the business from just 2 people shooting videos on their cameras and working with a couple of clients and brands to one of Australia's biggest youth media publishers. And they actually sold the business to Channel 9 a couple of years ago at a business valuation of $100 million. So that's just how far a $10,000 investment in a side hustle can take you. All of the world's best and biggest businesses have all started somewhere. And even if it's just a $10,000 investment, over time, if you keep building and sticking to your dream, and if it is something that you're genuinely passionate about and interested in, you can turn it into something amazing that you're really proud of. And the thing that I've learned when it does come to business is not to spend money too quickly, and only really to keep investing in a business once you do start to build up a bit of revenue in the business by itself. Businesses can be really tricky and they can be also pretty risky as well. So it is important to make sure that you are getting a little bit of revenue before you start reinvesting back in your business. So the fifth way that you can invest $10,000 is by investing in individual stocks. But when you are investing in individual stocks, it's really, really, really important to do your research and do lots of due diligence before you invest in anything. Because investing in individual stocks are a lot more risky generally than investing in something like an ETF or an index fund. When you are investing in individual stocks, I think it is really important to invest in a business that you're familiar with and you understand really well. Personally, I like to add all of the businesses that I know really well to a watch list, and then I start narrowing them down based on the financial data and the fundamental analysis of the company. And if you'd like to learn more about how I research individual stocks and businesses before I invest in them, you can check out my video up here. And I go into a lot of detail about all of the financial things that I'm looking out for before I'm investing in a company. I do try to keep my watch list to a maximum of 10 businesses, which doesn't seem like a lot of businesses. But the reason why I only choose 10 is because it is really time consuming researching different stocks and businesses. And I do like to narrow it down to just 10 that I can really understand well and research the company, check up on the news of those stocks so that I can ensure that I'm always staying up to date. And I really do recommend doing your research before investing in any individual stock or business. Stocks can be really volatile, especially some of those really small stocks that are just starting out. So that's why it's really important to do your research, understand the business, and make sure that you're not speculating on the investments that you make, because this is your hard-earned money and you want to make sure that you are investing for your future and mind making more money rather than losing your money. So those are 5 ways that you can invest $10,000, and I would love to know your thoughts down in the comments. Which one is your favorite way to invest $10,000? I would love to hear from you. And if you did enjoy this video, make sure you give this video a like and turn that like button blue, because it would really help out my YouTube channel and I would just appreciate it so much. So thank you so much for watching this video, and if you're new to the channel and you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe to this channel for more videos about investing, personal finance and getting ahead financially. I'll see you in the next one. Bye! And if you'd like to see more videos, I've put some links to some videos here so you can check them out. So make sure you click the links.